Tori and Alanis, and it's all coming up right now. And this is Women First. Tori and Alanis are premiering their 5.5 weeks tour right here in Fort Lauderdale, and I've got the All Access Pass to bring you all the action. And joining me today is Rebecca Rankin, and she is new here at VH1. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on the show.
Now, you had a chance to sit down with Alanis and Tori earlier today.
Yes, I did.
And we want to know what's the scoop.
Okay, well, the question that a lot of people are wondering these days, the fans and myself, is two very well-respected, very well-known female singer-songwriters get together and do a tour like this. Well, what brought them together? Was it the record labels? Was it management? Well, neither, as I found out backstage earlier today.
A few months ago, I was sitting down talking to my manager about this tour, this part of the tour, and he was about to give me a list of people to potentially play with, and before I even looked at the list, I asked him what Tori was doing and to find out if she would be interested in playing together.
So is the band loving Alanis, or did they want to get back?
Oh, they're very excited, yeah.
Very excited.
We missed each other. I think when you don't play for a while, you don't do this unless you love it. There are some people who don't want to tour and won't tour. But if you're a road dog, you can't not be out here. It just pulls you.
Okay. Do you think that there's a huge difference between the people who would buy a Tori Amos album and a person who would buy an Alanis Morissette album?
I don't know. I think that
We'll find out.
we'll find out. But passionate's passionate.
Yeah.
The people that usually come to the shows that I'm part of, they're really into the passion and the sensuality. They're not into the violent side of things. And that was one reason it could work, because if you're going to pair up, even though like I'm friends with Maynard at Tool, and I adore Maynard, but when you're going to do a double show, you have to think about, can these people be at a similar party together? And if you want to be whipped and stomped on, and that's not my scene, and that's not her scene either. It's much more about the sensuality. Sexy.
And that is Alanis on stage right behind me sound checking, and she sounds great. I am so excited for the show. Now, as you can see, this place is absolutely huge. It holds over 20,000 people. The Florida Panthers hockey team play here, and Cher and the Backstreet Boys are going to be performing here very soon. Now, the funny thing is that this place is called the National Car Rental Center, right? And I haven't been able to find a car to rent anywhere. One thing is for sure, the Jaguar is not available. It has been reserved for Madonna in Austin. Tori's wardrobe trunk, and look at this, Tori Amos's dressing room. And this is the security guard, John. John, now tell us, John, really, you can tell us. Is Tori in there right now?
I never tell.
You never tell? I'm gonna have to bribe him later. Okay, and over here, we've got Alanis' production office. As you can see here, it says questions answered $1, stupid questions answered $3. Now, what stupid question should I ask her? I'm gonna think about that. And while I do that, we're gonna head upstairs and check out some more cool stuff. Come on. Okay, you guys, I'm at the place where we get all the goodies, and look what they've got going on here. We've got stickers, videotape, CDs. We even got this thing here that looks like a leash for a chihuahua, but it's a necklace, and my personal favorite, Venus Envy. Now that is a women's first motto, if I ever heard one. And if you think that's exciting, stick around, because we've got Alanis talking water sports.
Jet skiing. Anything that can get us outside is good.
And more from her performance.
I've seen them busting ropes on the floor and the sound
Tori is just pure magic.
I couldn't help it. It's all your fault.
Tattoo of Tori B-roll special.
Tori Amos! Yeah! Woo!
I gotta tell you, one thing I have noticed about Alanis's and Tori's fans is that they are devoted. These people are diehards. So, here I am leading the life of a rock star right in front of the stage at Alanis and Tori's 5.5 weeks concert. Now, Alanis should be taking the stage any second, and she has been one busy lady. She just got back from her European tour, and actually, I caught her in New York last year, and she was intense. VH1's Rebecca Rankin had a chance to sit down with her earlier today and talk to her about what it's like finishing up a year of touring. As we found out, she's feeling pretty comfortable with herself.
I know you've been on the road for, what, a good year now with Junkie, on the Junkie tour.
The Junkie tour has been a
good
year.
title.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Right now I feel pretty excited about this tour. I'm also very tired, but I find nowadays that I actually rest more when I'm on tour than when I'm off.
Did you do anything different over the last year, touring on the Junkie tour, that kept things more sane?
Definitely. I managed my time a lot better and communicated a lot more, felt more comfortable with my position out here, and synergized a lot more with people, and didn't feel like I had to do everything myself.
Tell you, I mean, she is intense, right? She's unbelievable. Well, after seeing that performance, I know it's hard to imagine Alanis all mellowed out. But I was talking to Alanis and Tori earlier today, and I was actually able to find out what they do to unwind, and you're not gonna believe it.
I love going and finding adventures. I just go off on my own sometimes, and you go find an adventure.
We'll
go find an adventure.
We're going either water skiing or
Jet skiing?
Jet skiing tomorrow.
Oh, you guys are going jet skiing?
I'm going, and I was wondering if you...
Where are you taking me?
I don't know. We'll talk. Anyway, jet skiing. Anything that can get us outside is good, because we're
In here all the time.
indoors all the time, and I start getting very claustrophobic and freaking out. So if I can get outside, that's awesome. Yeah.
On jet skis. I like it. I can see it.
That'd be hot. I see a video.
That Alanis, she is always up for an adventure. I mean, you have seen her new video, right? Check it out. Here is So Pure.
Yeah, from
You just watch what they do.
sweet boy when they find you out. Tell me what you think they'll do when they find you got a little lead. Tell me what you think they'll do.
Hey, Madison here in Fort Lauderdale at the Alanis and Tori 5.5 weeks concert. Now I'm standing right here at the backstage entrance, and Tori's on stage behind me, and she sounds great. The crowd loves her. This town hasn't seen a party like this since spring break. But no keg parties or wet t-shirt contests here, at least not until after the show. Now you know, Tori has a new album coming out this September, and it's called To Venus and Back. And VH1's Rebecca Rankin had a chance to talk with her earlier today to find out what the album is going to sound like.
Can you give me an idea of sonically and, I guess, musically, instrumentally, what this one's about for you?
I love working with the shape of sound, and I've gotten more into it with each album. And it doesn't mean that you throw the kitchen sink in there.
No.
But it does mean that it becomes like sonic geometry, and that fascinates me.
So do you find that you can now fill out the whole shape without sort of getting out of the borders, which would mean,
Yeah,
over?
The borders change with each song. So sometimes you want a really streamlined sound. Sometimes the song, you want a shape that's very pointed. Sometimes you want it to be like a bleeding watercolor coming out of your speakers. And that really depends on who the song is, how she wants to be.
Alanis and Tori's 5.5 week tour is going all across the country. Atlanta, New York, Las Vegas, and they're wrapping it up September 26th in Los Angeles. So get out there and get those tickets. Now, if you want to find out when they're coming to a city near you, just go to VH1.com, click on tours and reviews, and click on Alanis. I'm going to leave you now with Tori's latest. It's called Bliss. I'm Madison Michelle, and I'll see you next time.